Hi folks, Simon here, and a bit of a fun Final Fantasy VIII Remastered episode for you. The practical applications might be somewhat limited, but I'm going to be showing you how you can set up your party so that you're able to go completely AFK during battle, and they will take care not only of damage but also of healing when the need arises as well. So you can literally put the controller down, go and put the kettle on, chill out, come back, and hopefully the enemies will be defeated. At least that's the current plan. So you can even use this on bosses as well. Perhaps not every boss in the game, but interestingly enough, it can be used on the final boss of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. All 4 stages of the final boss can literally be done AFK using this method. So I'm going to explain to you how you can set your characters up with it today, and then you can explain to me, or give examples to me in the comment section of some of the uses that you can think of for it. Alright then guys, let's get started. Now for the AFK battle method, we're going to be relying on 3 abilities that every one of your active party members will require. They are return damage, auto potion and counter. I'll just briefly go through each of those and how to attain them. Now, in order to get the return damage, we need to go ahead and refine an item called the 100 Needles. And I'm going to recommend you do this by killing cactuars until you get 100 Cactus Thorn. And we can actually go ahead then and use the, GF ability Medicine Refinement, I believe it is, to refine those Cactus Thorns, or Cactuar Thorns, whatever they're called. Yeah, into the 100 Needles item. And we can then use that 100 Needles item to teach one of our Guardian Forces the return damage ability, which is what we need to do for all 3 characters. And an important ability that we're going to need to put on all 3 of our party members is the counter ability as well. Now, counter is automatically learned by Carbuncle, so we only are required to teach it to 2 Guardian Forces, okay? 1 for the other 2 remaining party members. Now, in order to teach counter, what we need to do is teach each of the Guardian Forces that we want to get counter a Monk's Code. See, that will actually teach them the counter ability. So I'll give one to Quetzalcoatl and the other to Brothers. Now, in order to get Monk's Code, if you don't have those, all you need to do is use Card Mod on the Eden card, and that will give you 3, which is more than enough. You can then go ahead and proceed to win the Eden card once again from the CC group members on the airship on Disc 4. So you can get as many of those as you want for various reasons. Okay, so let's go ahead now and make sure that we are able to junction both of those abilities. Yeah, return damage is already active there on Selfie, and then counter as well, the same on Squall. Let's get, he's got them both, counter and return damage. He actually had Carbuncle, which is why he was able to get them both. And then Quistis, counter and return damage as well. Nice. You may have also noticed that each of my characters had auto potion ability equipped as well. That's also very important. You cannot teach that ability to a Guardian Force, but it's okay because 3 Guardian Forces learn it automatically, so just make sure that these 3 Guardian Forces are distributed evenly amongst the team, and they are Cactuar, Tombre and Leviathan. So each of your party members will require one of those 3, Leviathan, Tombre or Cactuar. Now in terms of items themselves, auto potion will automatically cast the weakest potion that you have out of potion, potion plus, high potion plus X potion and elixirs. So I'm just going to basically recommend that you sell potions, high potions and X potions just to focus on using elixirs. Though if the battles you're going to be encountering will not have any status effects, then you can actually keep X potions as well, since they'll be used first. But elixirs are good because they will also heal status effects, negative status effects, as well as actually healing the party as well. And don't forget, you can get as many elixirs back as you want by card modding the Angelo card. That will give you 100 elixirs, and you can once again win the Angelo card back by winning it from the CC group members on the Ragnarok. Okay, so I'm just going to do some random enemy encounters here to see this in action. And a couple of things you might want to do on top of the setup we've already gone for is sticking death onto status attack will obviously speed things up as well, because you can end battles a lot faster that way. However, you are going to be doing a lot of damage anyway because of the return damage and the counter abilities that we have set up. But on top of that as well, you might want to go ahead and select Mad Rush. Now, because it's a command ability, it isn't a full AFK mode then, but fortunately it is completely optional. What Mad Rush will do is put your entire party into Berserk status, which means that, let's just see on this T-Rex or here, which means that they're going to just do, I can't even show you because I keep killing things here, they're just going to do a whole load of extra damage every round, on top of the counter and the return damage stuff. But because of that status attack death, things are dying very, very quickly anyway. So I don't even need Mad Rush. But it's very good on bosses though, where status attack death isn't going to work. And you can see this Grendel here taking a little bit of damage from return damage. Not a whole lot because my defenses are quite high, so we're not taking all that much damage. But he is taking some. But if I go ahead and use Mad Rush here, it's just like one thing to do in battle and that's it. My controller is now out of my hands. We'll literally just blitz through him. Or any other enemy that we face off against. So I have turned off status attack death just so we can try and get through an encounter without killing things instantly. Don't forget, even with counter, I believe you can pull the Renzakukum, but it all depends whether you want to be classed as AFK or not. But you can still do that. And if you don't mind just doing like one thing in battle, then definitely using that Mad Rush ability is really going to speed things up. It's not required. You can even defeat Ultimacia, the final, all 4 phases in fact of Ultimacia, the final boss of the game, without using Mad Rush, but using everything else in this AFK strategy. But I'm still, you know, AFK now that I've cast Mad Rush. Well, at least, you know, my controller's on the desk, even if I'm still here. Out of my hands though. I'm just going to push one button and that's just the turbo mode, so we can get through the battle a little bit quicker. But this is what you call the easy life, letting the game play for you. And look at this, I found a nice ruby dragon for us to finish off on, and I have not touched the controller once since starting this battle, so hopefully Renoa will heal herself. Yep. And Squall. So just keep a nice healthy supply of elixirs and you will be absolutely fine during the vast majority of encounters here. You know, I don't have to cast Mad Rush here. I could go and put the kettle on, make a cup of tea, and this ruby dragon will probably be defeated by the time I get back. But one thing you might want to try and balance out is a combination of defences with damage. Obviously, the higher your defences, the less damage you're going to do, because the less is going to be reflected back to the enemy. So I'm sure there's some like really clever strategies you can use on various encounters with just how low you can have your defences without actually being killed before casting elixirs automatically. But in return, you're able to do just like a whole ton of damage in a much quicker amount of time. Now, in terms of actual optimization of battle speed, clearly this method isn't going to be winning any marathons compared to some other strategies and stuff like limit breaks and degenerate and all of that good stuff. But, you know, you can't expect it all for a completely 100% AFK battle method, can you? And this is 100% AFK. Like I say, you can even defeat the final boss of the game, all 4 stages, using this method, using this setup, without ever once touching your controller. And that's going to be a fun thing to try, actually. I might give it a go. So, anyway, let's just skip ahead a bit, shall we? Yeah, I did end up casting Mad Rush on that battle just to finish it off, and then literally soon after I casted it, did die. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to hit record in time, so I couldn't show you its death, but you got to see how it worked. So I might give it a go on the final bosses of the game as well, this little method, just for fun. See if we can actually get through all 4 stages without lifting up the controller. That'd be awesome. But we'll see how we get on. Yeah, let me know if you've got any ideas, guys, of how we could speed this method up. I know we can't have it all, You know, do we want fast battles or do we want AFK battles? But sometimes, you know, it's nice to have both. So if you've got any ways of, you know, just speeding this method up a little bit so we can get through battles a little faster than we currently are, which will have the added advantage of actually saving elixirs since we won't be using as many then please do share in the comment section. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts on that. But yeah, this is just for fun really, just messing about a bit. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode and come back soon. We'll carry on with more Final Fantasy VIII. Cheers all, take care.